Good morning, everyone. It is 25 past 7. Kids have just left for school, haven't they, Rosie? Yep. And this week is going to be my last week listing on eBay. Ever. Next Thursday is when I start my job. I'm going to put it like this. Next Thursday I start job number 1, unless I hear from job number 2. Job number 2, I can't really go into what the jobs are, sorry. Job number 2, I'm still waiting for security checks to come back through. These can take up to 12 weeks. They understand that I'm starting another job. They've said don't turn down any other jobs until you get the security checks back through, which I haven't got problems with, but yeah. Anyway, so job number 1 starts next Thursday. So I don't really want to be listing and working. So anyway, I'll show you what I've got to go and do. I've got to go into the shed now anyway. Not to pick orders, because I do that in the evening and I drop them off at the in-post lockers, which are at my local garage. So when we take the dogs out for a walk, I just go and drop them off as well. So, right. Oh, I've got a chest infection at the moment as well. I need to go to the doctor's today about that. I need to register with the doctors as well. I'm really bad at doing things like that. All my other posts, I moved when we moved. And I've done a 3-month thing. Oh, hello, princess. But doctors forgot to register with, need to go and register with them and get myself some antibiotics. It's chest infection. Right. I'm going to go in the shed and I'll catch up with you in there. As you can see, the shed's been used a bit more like a shed now. Anyway, this unit here is filled up with, if you can see, bags like that. I've got 1 box indoors, which I'm going to do today. These 2 boxes here, they're filled up with stuff that's already bagged up. I just need to go through it, sort out what I'm listing, what I'm not. What else have I got to sort through? Oh, that box up there, that needs sorting through. And I've got one in my bedroom as well. So, for now, what I'm going to do is I need to pull stuff that hasn't sold that was not my lowest price, that's coming off. I'm being brutal with this, and then I will go through that box. And I'm also making up 1 kilo bundles, which are going pretty well. I'm selling about 1 to a day, so that's all good. So yes, they're on for I think 10, but I'm going to drop the price tonight just to try and get rid of some more, because I'm going to have loads of them by the end of today. So I'm going to pull out what's not sold, and then make them into bundles, and then get on with the box of stuff that I need to sort through. So anyway, I'll catch up with you in a bit. So I've still got 15 lots to pull, but that will do for now. So I'm going to empty all them, and that's the start of the kilo bundle, that one there. And then I've got a box which is over there to go through, and that's what I'm going to be going for, breaking my way through today. So as you can see, it's all stuff that's been pulled before. A lot of it will just end up getting bundled, but I'll show you. I mean, you can see how big this box is, how much stuff out of this box actually gets listed. So that's the aim for today, is just to list all this. So I'm going to go through it, see what I list, and I'll show you what I've got to list at the end when I've gone through it all. So yeah, speak to you in a bit. Well, I'm getting there. It's 9:30 and I've only got that much left to do. And I'm watching Shelley while I finish it. So, morning Shelley Welly Belly. Yeah. So it's just gone 10 o'clock, just finished watching Shelley, and I've just finished sorting for all that box. I got 5 more 1 kilo bundles out of it. Shows you how much I had to list. And I've got 27 items I need to list. So I've done the initial photo, because I do a photo of it on me, because aren't they lucky? If it's a necklace, or on my arm against a cushion, or just on a cushion if it's a brooch. So I just need to do the photos I do in my photo box for them, and then I can get them uploaded. So it's 27 items I managed to put out of that box that I can list. And one of them, to be fair, is bundle. 10 brooches. I tend to do 10 brooches for 20 quid free ship, and they go really quickly. So yes. So let's get on with this. And then I suppose I'll go to the doctor's, but I'll wait for the postie, because I've got one that's got to go with Royal Mail. I hate doing the Royal Mail, but it was only because I don't hate Royal Mail. I used to like using Royal Mail. I like using the Track 48 if I have to use Royal Mail, but on eBay they can only do it so you can get it collected. I didn't really want it collected. So yeah, I've got to wait for him, and I had to do it there because it's one of the aisles, like Guernsey or something like that, and Hermes was like ridiculous price. So right. So anyway, I'm going to go and crack on with crack on with all these listings. Get some photos done. I'm going to watch some TV. I'm watching Designated Survivor at the moment. Watch a bit more of that while I do some photos and have a coffee. And I'll catch up with you when that's all done. They're all listed. We'll see what time I finish. So, see you in a bit. So, it's 1:45. Just got back from doctors. Registered at the doctor's. Pretty has a coat on because she keeps eating her feet, don't you? And now she's about to eat my hair, and here's Rosie. See? Life with me. Anyway, yeah, so I have done them listings. Registered at the doctor's, haven't I, Princess? Yeah, she's sending her off now. Now they're playing. Right, I'm going to go through. I've got a box that I started going through, but I just need to finish sorting through, basically. It's a lot of going through and sorting through, isn't it? That I brought on eBay. And I just need to see what I'm going to list, what I'm not going to list, what's broken, what's salvageable, etc. So I'll turn around and show you the box. So this is the box. And as you see, there's still loads of stuff left in it. I just need to go through it all. A lot of it won't get listed. They are just playing. They're constantly roaring at each other, but they play. They love it. I wish to do it in the garden. Summer, they're in the garden the whole time. Winter, awful. So a lot of this won't get listed. A lot of this is going to be cheap that I wouldn't even want to list myself. So yes. So right. Anyway, I'm going to go back on with that. And I might even, hello Rosie, freaky Tom. I might even be able to finish work before Friday. But yeah, that's it for now. Bye. So, good morning. It's Tuesday. It's okay. Rosie didn't eat my face off. She's always licking, constantly licking. They both are. Both constantly wanted to give kisses. No, you're not eating that. Sorry, I've got a tissue down there. Right, so I finished doing that box. I've done by about 2 o'clock yesterday. So that's quite good. So I've still got the 2 boxes that were in the shed. Here we go. Here goes Freaky Tongue again. 2 boxes that were in the shed. Yes, haven't we? And the cardboard box that's in the shed that isn't even sorted through. So I'm going to start off. I've started doing some of that, one of the first plastic boxes in the shed. So I've started it. So I'm just going to, the ones I took out of the box yesterday out, and the other box, the box I'm doing now, it's all so confusing, isn't it? I've done the initial photos. I need to get my photo box out and do them, but I'm going to have my coffee first. It's 7:45. I can't bother to start work yet. I need to get all that done. Then I need to do some training with Rosie. Rosie's doing training classes. We've done them with Princess, so you can do Casey awarded training classes. They're for any dogs, don't have to be Casey registered dogs. They're really good obedience classes. They teach recall. They teach. It's not just about teaching dogs to do obey commands. It's also teaching you the laws and everything. Going with dogs. So Rosie is doing really well with the stay, aren't you, Rosie? Yeah, really, really well with the stay command, aren't you? To the point she just lays down and goes to sleep. She's like, whatever. Even the outside stay, they do an outside stay where you have to go into another room, and they have to be left in another room for 2 minutes. She just lays down and goes to sleep. She's like, whatever, I'm sleeping now. She's absolutely fine with that. It's the walking to hill one we're struggling with. So basically, she's got to stay, which I say she's really good with. We walk to another corner of the room, then we call her, and we're supposed to carry on walking. But this is Rosie. There's no big energy levels with Rosie other than when it comes to attacking Princess. It is seriously, if I have to traipse my little butt over there, I'm going to do it at a snail pace. And then she's supposed to walk to hill. But by this point, she's forgotten what she's supposed to be doing because it's taken her so long to walk, literally about 20 foot. So she's then going, I'm going to go sit back down where I was. So yes, we need to practice that a bit. And the best place to practice it for her is in the garden. If it was the summer months, we could practice it outside. I don't walk both the dogs on my own. It's just me. They're both well-behaved dogs. This is a funny thing. They're both well-behaved dogs on walks. And they love it. And in the summer months, we were taking Rosie over to the fields with Princess. Carl would watch Princess, or I'd be with Princess while the other one does the commands with them. Absolutely fine. But by the time Carl gets in, it's getting a bit dark. So, right. So, garden it is. So I'm going to get that box done. Then I'm going to go out in the garden and teach her some recall. Absolutely nothing we're related there, is there? But yeah, so going to try and get her to learn to walk to heel. Aren't we, Rosie? Got to try and find something. She's quite a nervous dog. You won't think so when you've seen her on here. But it being a typical bulldog, bullying around everywhere. But she is quite a nervous dog. She doesn't like loud noises. Even to the point if I clap, she flinches. And it's just her personality. It's nothing to do with how she was brought up as a puppy. It's just her personality. So everything has to be done quietly for Rosie. Maybe she's sensitive. Maybe she's a sensitive soul. So I'm going to try and find a toy. She's got a few squeaky toys which she likes, which aren't too noisy. I'm going to try and do it with a toy. That's complete waffle, isn't it? Nothing to do with eBay. Anyway, I'm going to have my coffee. Get on with the photos. Oh, Rosie's cleaning Princess's ears. Lovely. I'm going to get on my photos and then I will talk to you a bit later maybe. Oh, and I need to order myself something. Alright, I'll catch up with you in a bit. Bye. I thought I'd say something while I remember. After just saying all that waffle about Rose and Princess. They still get walked every day. They have lead walks. They have a 100-foot rear garden, which they run around in. So it's not like they're not getting the exercise. So they're not neglected. Please don't think I'm neglecting my dogs in the winter months. Good morning from me and the crazies. They've just been play fighting. Look, oh, there they go again. Look. Anyway, yeah, good morning. I realised I didn't record anything else yesterday. I was just too busy getting on with it. So what have I got left now? I finished that one plastic tub, so I've still got one more plastic tub. And I've done about a quarter of the box that was in the shed. Remember the cardboard box that hadn't been opened? Some alright stuff in there, actually. So, yeah, so today, again, cracking on. I want to try and get it all done by Thursday if I can. Because then I can sort out the shed a bit better. And then that can slowly diminish. But yeah, so I'm going to crack on with some more work. Just working, just trying to get it all done. I went for about 200 items yesterday, and I think out of that I've listed about 30, to give you an idea. I say listed, I've put them in my draft bank. So, and then they'll just get rotated and just as it goes on. Right, anyway, so, Rosie, really? She's cleaning Princess. And then there we are, no dog, she's cleaning the other dog. Rosie, stop it, stop it. Yes, I know she doesn't mind it, but don't. Thank you. Right, anyway, so these crazies are going to have their little run around and craziness. And I'm going to crack on with the listing. So I've done about 200 items. Might have done a bit more than that. Might have done. Don't know. But I've got some there that were photoed. I've had the photos uploaded onto eBay with the listings that I'm using. Nicking, stealing, something similar. That's the word, isn't it? So I just need to finish them off, like rejig the titles a bit and make sure the item specifics are filled in. Because I tell you what, some people's item specifics are crazy, and how they don't get iNads, I don't know from it. I really don't know. Changing the subject a bit, and this isn't a mixture of mine because, you know, I don't care. I was looking at some of these listings. I mean, you look at some of them when you're going through completes and solds. The amount of things that I've seen sold for £1 plus £1 5p shipping, and they have best offer on. I'm like, can you really go any lower than that? And I'm assuming it's people that don't really get the fee structure on eBay, because you're running at a loss at that. Even if you've paid nothing for the item, you're going to be running at a loss. But what makes me laugh is there's quite a number of sellers that do the really, I mean, literally £1. Maximum £2 they charge for items. And they have got a high sell-through rate. I'll give them that. They have got a high sell-through rate. But you know what? They still get negative feedback. They're on like 99 point something, 2 or 5% feedback. And I'm like, these people have paid pennies for an item. It really is a case of the less they pay. I think they want actually gold, or real silver, or real diamonds. It's craziness. Just pure craziness. Now, if I paid like a couple of quid for an item and it turns up and it's like cheap, well, what do I expect? I've paid cheap for an item. Crazy. Anyway, I'm going to crack on with doing the listings now. They're looking at me. They're staring at me. Not dogs. The list of items I've photoed. They're busy playing. They're playing over a toy. They do sound very aggressive. They're not. They're not at all. They just play. This is how they play. They've played like this since they were puppies. Well, since Rosie was a puppy. Other than Rosie can now jump on the sofa, which Princess didn't really like when that first started happening. They're playing with a toy. This is how they play. You can hear the growling. There's no viciousness. Let's play with this toy. Now, people may think they're being quite aggressive because of the snarling. They're not. Especially French Bulldogs, you can tell when they get aggressive. Their backs go up, as in they get a spike of mohawk going down their back, and they tense up. There's ways, after doing dog training classes, there's ways you can tell when a dog is getting aggressive, and neither of these are. They're just donuts. Well, it's official. I've done my last listing on eBay. Yeah, I've done it all. The only thing I'll need to do is, if brooches don't sell, I'll bundle them up into kilo bundles. That'd be a lot of brooches, wouldn't it? Into bundles of 10, and then I'll just put them on cushion. Just listed my light box and my jewellery stands. I say listed, they're in my drafts. At the moment, I've got 166 drafts. Let's go over to active. and 596 active. So I'm going to stick at about the 600 mark because I'm on a basic shop. So yeah, all I've got to do is condense stock as it sells. I'm happy. Hey. So right, I need to put all this away. But yeah, I think I'm going to wrap it up here. It's been nice doing it. It really hasn't. Well, it has. But like, I'll give you an example. Yesterday I got a message from a customer saying I'd sent them, right, this is for a brooch bundle. So I always overwrap things so they get padded right out. So this was a small parcel. Went via InPost via Yodel. They said I'd sent them an empty envelope. Now, without being rude, the amount I'm posting, I know that envelope was not empty. There's no way I'm going to pad it all, put a sticker on it, then take it to the parcel lockers, scan it, an empty envelope, and put it in the locker. It just wasn't going to happen. So I replied saying, I'm going to get in contact with Yodel and I'll get in contact with you, which they were fine with. Then I got the photo, and you can tell the stuff in the envelope is lying. So anyway, so I've replied to them with the photos. So I'm really sorry. Yodel, as you can see, are saying there's something in that envelope. So unfortunately, I won't be able to refund you. He's not very happy. Apparently he's going to contact eBay and PayPal. Go for it. But yeah, so people like that, you know, it's getting harder and harder. And people are getting scammier and scammier. So, right, anyway, I'm looking forward to starting work next Thursday. So I'm going to take a few days off, I think. And I'll wrap this up here and I'll piece it all together. And yeah, I'll catch up with you maybe after I've done, because I've got to do 2 weeks of training, 2 4 weeks of training. Well, 2 weeks, 2 days of full-time training there. So, right, in this job, as long as I don't hear from the other job. And I'll catch up with you after that, and I'll show you Sophie's room, because by then it should be nearly done other than carpet, but we're going to do all upstairs at the same time. So yeah, thank you for watching. I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.